Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Thelema Tarot. It is artwork by Renata Lechner. Website at the bottom, and there's also a social media link there. Feel free to check that out if you're interested. I can't say that word. Loscarabeo.com. LOSCARABEO.com. Feel free to check that out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle Cards. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Website rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as an apple, U as an umbrella. Okay. What do we have for Sagittarius? All right. The first thought I get is that you've been doing well with this situation, even though it's really not your cup of tea. There's a lot of earth here. And this is not an earth card, but I keep feeling like I'm waiting for something. The Knight of Wands is like holding to what needs to hold to, or holding it where it needs to be. Actively looking out for problems. When anything approaches the situation, actively moving on it quickly to make sure it does not disrail the thing. So it's kind of like this situation, even though this is not an earth card, it has kind of like a little bit of an earth feel to me at the moment. In the sense of like I'm actively stopping things from changing the path. Like it's like I'm seeing like a wagon train. Anything coming at the wagon train, you're there to like make sure that it doesn't become an issue, no matter what it is. Other settlers, wild animals, weather, whatever it might be. You're like, nope, I'm gonna block it. I'm moving quick, making sure that's not a problem. If there's a problem within the train, I'm fixing that quick. But it's all to keep it online, to keep it going to the same place, the same place, the same place. And in the beginning, I feel like it was fresh enough, or it stayed like even though everything kept going to the same place, the same place, the same place, all the different things I had to block or take care of or make sure this stays where it's supposed to, it kept me busy. It kept things fresh enough that it wasn't bothering me in the beginning. But I feel like even that at this point has become a little bit predictable. Predictive. Why was I saying predictive? But I don't know. I feel like this situation, like, I just feel like it has become a little bit much in the sense of like I feel like I'm doing the same thing over and over again, and it's starting to feel stale. But it does have a lot of benefits to it, and I keep keeping an eye. I feel like I'm out there looking for things that are different. Keep an eye out for anything that could be different. But I feel like it's not really, this isn't showing up. I don't feel like it's very random anymore. It's not very different anymore. It's like even the stuff that was random, even the random stuff has become predictable. And it's kind of like, I feel like I'm stuck, and I'd like to change the situation. And I think about it, but I also feel like that's not the right move for me right now, so I'm not really doing it. I do feel like I'm stuck. Can I get anything else with that? I do feel like I'm kind of stuck with it. Yeah, I got the Magician reversed and the Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles, half in, half out. I need to keep doing what I'm doing to keep things stable. I don't see another position that would work for me that I just don't feel like there's another position with this situation that would work for me. I keep getting that. Like, I feel like I don't want to go over here. I have some options, but options I don't want. I keep getting like there's options, but options I don't want. People really do like you. People tend to like Sagittarius, in my opinion. They tend to be very likable people. The situation is, there's a lot of earth. stays where it stays where it stays, and people like that you do what you're supposed to do. You try to keep yourself away from things that would bend people out of shape if it became a little random. So you also keep yourself away from things that you feel like, if I got into that, I would do that a little differently, but I can also see where this and that would cause issue for other people. Even though it would work out, doing it different would bend people out of shape, so I just kind of stay away from that. This good energy is leading towards something, another opportunity. Another opportunity is coming in. You do have another option coming in that maybe you weren't expecting. So it's like if I was protecting this one wagon train, I don't know why I'm using wagon train, but there you go. I have the option to change, and like maybe I've been doing the same trail for however long. There's a new wagon train starting, there's going to be a new trail. So a new option is you can get transferred over to this new wagon train. I don't know why I'm using wagon train, that's such a strange... Anyway, it's fine. The opportunity is there for you. There's a new opportunity coming in. There is advancement with this situation. But there's 4 cards in this next situation that if you go into it, 3 out of the 4 cards are Earth cards, which is not a bad thing. But for Sagittarius, it's kind of like you might have more. So for example, if this was a job thing, you might have more money coming your way, noticeable amount of more money, more people depending on you. You technically have more control, but I don't feel like I have more. Well, I have more control within certain boundaries. Like, you know, stuff to stay on the same path that has already been set in front of me. I'm supposed to stay at this certain pace. I can't go faster or slower. If I go too fast, it's going to cause problems. If we get there too early, it's going to be an issue. If we get there too late, it's going to be an issue. Stuff like that. So I feel like there's still a lot of boundaries here. You are very optimistic, and you try to do the best you can with that. It will feel good at first if you take this option. It will feel good at first. You got the Fool card coming in. Like when it's fresh and new, I feel like I'm going to enjoy it. Things are going to be good. I feel like it's going to be a little bit of a challenge that you're going to overcome fairly easily. Even though you have more people, you know, looking to you for direction, I don't feel like it's that hard. Because once you get used to it, you're like, oh, okay, I know what they need. It's not a big deal. I can do that, and I have this person looking after that. I have this person helping me with this. I feel like it's not nearly that difficult. It sounds like it's going to be more difficult, so you know, take it with a grain of salt. Whatever the situation is, sounds like it's going to be a challenge. Feels like it's going to be a challenge, but when you get into it, it's not nearly the challenge you thought it was going to be. But you're, like I said, you got a lot of Earth coming in. It's going to have its own pattern. It's going to be long-term decisions. Things are going to change very slowly. It's always going to be the same. 4 of Pentacles reversed and the Chariot card. So the 4 of Pentacles reversed is kind of like, I want to break free from the monotony, but the 7, which is the Chariot card, is telling me I'm doing what I need to do because I feel like I have to stay loyal to the situation. So I'm going to want to break free from the monotony, but I'm going to have a real hard time doing that. Anytime I do break free from the monotony, it's going to take a long time to get approval, to get it to move, to get it to change. This reminds me of a job I used to work at, where if you applied for a different job in the same company, by the time the process was over, it could be 6 to 8 months before you're into that new position, if you do get it. It's kind of like the whole process could take 6 to 8 months, and it's kind of like, sometimes people show astonishingly slow. It's just amazing. But that's what I feel going on here. The situation is still going to be slow. The overall thing is, like, whatever the situation is, things are better for you in this next situation, but it's going to be more of what you already have. It just may be better perks. So if it's, for example, if it's a business thing, going from whatever you currently know into this new situation, it feels like a lot of the same stuff, except maybe better money or better location or something like that. Maybe both. Whatever you're dealing with, there's an upgrade, but it's going to be more of the same. So it's kind of like they're just trying to put this in your head, like, whatever this is, if you've decided you have to stay there and this is for you, and maybe you're kind of like, I don't know if I really want to do this because I'm like worried about this or worried about that. They're saying it won't be bad for you. It's going to feel the same as what currently you're doing feels like. You will succeed with it. But I feel like they're just trying to give you a heads up. Like, just realize it's more of the same, just better perks. Which, I don't know if that's going to affect your decision making or if that helps you move forward or maybe makes you question, like, do I want to spend the rest of my life in this situation? Is this going to work for me? Like, am I okay with that? That type of thing. Because I do feel like you long for more spontaneity, more randomness, more fire energy here. You're a fire sign, and it's not really happening. The question is, do you want to keep what's going on? Do you want to just change your position into a different position with the same feeling? You know what I mean? Instead of writing on the left side of the card, you just want to write on the right side of the card. It's a different view for a minute, but it's pretty much the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the question. I feel like that's what they're saying. Is that okay? Are you going to stick with this because of that? Or knowing that that's where this is going, do you want to make a different decision? I feel like that's what they're pulling forward for you, to like put that out there, like just so you know where you're going. Better perks, yeah, but same type of feel. Anything else? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.